welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order. We're here in episode number 25 of Pokemon X on the channel, and I'm immediately changing my mind. I want to backtrack a little bit because, well, in the last episode, if you missed it, we did take on the second gym in the Kalos region, the Cyclage City gym. Grant was the Rock-type gym leader. I was scared going into it. I mean, we came out fine, but with limited Pokemon to choose from, I was a little bit nervous about how it was going to go. Again, in the end, everything worked out fine. But I think before we get too much further into the region, let's take a look at the town map. I was looking at this off screen. There's still quite a bit left for us to get through. We've only gone this little tiny section, but I think since it's going to be a while until we get to re-add a Pokemon from a previous game to our current team, I want to flesh out the team a little bit more. I do have one more Pokemon in mind that I want to get access to, and with the new route that we have, actually, now that we have Strength, it's going to be so much easier to get back there. I was going to wait until I could get access to Fly, but I think we can, again, with Strength on our side, we can get there as soon as we want to. But let's start off with who we currently have on our team. Again, I want to make sure to lead with Blitz, because that kind of got overlooked in the last episode. Leading the way is Blitz, the Pikachu from Santaloon Forest, with the static ability. The nature, is Mild. He has Electro Ball, Strength, Thunder Wave, and Play Nice, with a Rocky Helmet for some residual damage if something tries to hit him. Next, we got Axel, the Roselia. He evolved a couple episodes back, sitting at level 25 with the Poison Point ability. The nature is Calm, holding, in a moment, Poison Barb, but right now has Miracle Seed, Venoshock, just learned Giga Drain in the last episode, and that's like, with Giga Drain on your side, what more is there left for him to learn? That's a pretty powerful move, with there's a Venoshock, Giga Drain, Stun Spore, and Worry Seed. Next is Springer, our Frogadier, at level 25. He has the Torrent ability. He is a lonely little Frogadier, holding Amulet Coin for a little bit of extra money after battle. We've got Water Pulse, we've got Quick Attack, Rock Smash, and Smoke Screen. And now, I didn't give him enough credit. Slippin', the level 24 Piplup from Sinnoh, with the Torrent ability, and the Brave Nature, brave indeed, holding Sharp Beak to power up Peck, also has Bubble Beam, Cut, and Ice Beam, which was so useful in that battle. Slippin' won the gym battle for us. A couple of Ice Beams took down the Tyrant. Slippin' man, round of applause for Slippin'. Come on, let's hear it in the comments. Just type clap a bunch of times. Slippin', you did it. Alright, a big change of pace from, what was he, level 19, I think, when he came up from Sinnoh. He's now here in Kalos, already making a name for himself on this team. Alright, now, all that fanfare aside, I'm going to hop on the old Bikaroonie. I still can't go up that hill, I forgot. Okay, out of my way, you. So, we're going to go into the mountain, because the Pokemon I want to add is going to be our eventual flying-type Pokemon that we use for the aerial battles, or the sky battles, I think they're called. Now, as I said, my team currently, if you saw, has a bit of an overlapping weakness in water types. We are weak to grass and electric. So, why did I open that? What the? Anyway, so if I wanted to add a flying type to our team... Oh, we're going to get a TM here, too. That doesn't add to our electric type weaknesses, then I have a very specific Pokemon in mind for that. Speaking of flying battles, we got Aerial Ace. Wait, that can confirm, excuse me, whether or not Frogadier can learn it. But also, I know that they can, because in Pokemon Go, Froakie can have Aerial Ace. See, I know my stuff. Actually, Slippin' can get it too, and I'll tell you this right now. You're going to get that, because not only is it more powerful than Peck, it is fully accurate. Definitely, you're getting this here, Slippin'. So what is the power for Peck? Only 35. Aerial Ace is almost double that of 60. We haven't even used your Peck yet, I don't think. Maybe once or twice. But Aerial Ace is the way to go. So do I want to give it to... Springer? I don't think... Let me just take a quick double check of Springer. I think Special Attack is his best. Let us take a looky-see. We see... Well, they're actually pretty comparable. Attack is only 42, but Special Attack 47. I think I'll hold on for what I have right now. I don't want to jump the gun too soon. We always have it in like our back pocket though if we need to get use or make use of a flying type Aerial Ace attack. All right, now I mentioned this before. This now is going to be a random Zubat encounter. Could be shiny though. What if that all worked out and it was a Zubat and then it was revealed to be shiny? That'd be cool. As things stand, that's an easy knockout for our Pikachu. Too easy. Not really worth the experience to put myself through the mental anguish of inflicting massive damage on a poor... Oh, pfft. I already used Strength in the cave. Right, I was like, why didn't it let me use it? Anyway, long story short, I don't want to knock out a poor defenseless Pokemon for a little bit of HP, or sorry, XP. It's not worth it. Oh yes, the HM Strength is the perfect harmony between Pokemon and Trainer. Okay, we're gonna head down this way, because I think, yeah, this was blocked off as well. But now, look, so this entire Zubat Roost connecting cave, I think, full access to anywhere we want to go. We are gonna heal. Do we really need to? I don't know. So, the fun part is going to be finding the Pokemon. Oh, we got a Horde battle. You see the different animation when it shows up? You see a shiny? We don't see a shiny. I still don't have a wide range attack yet, do I? When do we get Discharge? So again, these are not really worth the experience. We're going to let them be. Wouldn't be cool to see a shiny, though. But yeah, Horde battles can randomly happen. I still want to get Sweet Scent if I can. I don't think Roselia learns it naturally. I think it might just be a TM. But if we can find that, then we can find as many Horde battles as we want to. Okay, so we still have our Thunder... Oh, excuse me! Dying. Still have our Thunder Waver leading the way. What would be our weakest move to find, or to catch the thing that we're looking for? And again, this could come down to quite a lengthy search, because it's going to take... It might take forever to find exactly the Pokemon that we're trying to track down on this route. I'll tell you that's not it. So, do I want to cut ahead to when I get it? I don't know. I won't just yet. I guess I could talk about maybe some plans I've got for the future of the channel, like things I would hope to see happen coming up this year. That could fill up some time. Is this a hidden item? Well, it's a hidden Pokemon. What is this first, before I get too far in depth with what I'm talking about? It's an Inkay! This is new to this generation. I think we've seen these in battle. I still, like, I've never used one, I've never trained one. I don't know the exact gimmick to how to evolve, or how it evolves, but I think it's like, at a certain level, you have to hold the 3DS upside down to make it evolve. Is that correct? Can you let me know? Because I think that's how it goes. Also, Drifloon's an interesting Pokemon. I have one on my Alolan team. It was actually a surprise, one of our main team members in Pokemon Moon. And I talked about that recently in Pokemon Go. Okay, so anyway, what would I like to see happen for the future of the channel? Well, for one thing, of course, as time goes on, I'd love to see, another big bunch of an audience build up with us here. The more people we get together, the better for, let's say, our legendary raid hours in Pokemon Go. More people exchanging friend codes, more opponents and participants with Pokemon TCG Online. So, more audience, more viewership is always something that a YouTuber probably would strive towards. I would also like to see, at some point, I want to consider doing collaborations with other YouTubers with certain kinds of videos. One thing, like, back in the day, one of my favorite types of series to watch, if anybody out there back, years and years ago watched the Shady Penguin and or the King Nappy, they did this thing called a Soul Link, and if you don't know what a Soul Link is, I will say immediately, look up Red and Blue Soul Link. Actually, any of the generations is good. I'd say probably, maybe Gold and Silver might be a good example of that. But if you want to see where it all started, then look up Soul Link, Shady and Nappy, and you'll get the idea. It's basically a collaborative teamwork kind of a playthrough where your team is sort of an alter dimension mirror universe team of the other player. So if something affects your team, it affects the other team. If one of your Pokemon gets knocked out, theirs gets knocked out. That kind of thing. So ever since I saw that kind of a playthrough, that's been something I've wanted to do at some point, and I might be able to possibly look into setting something like that up for a channel this year, because we're still in January. The year is still young, What else? Excuse me. I want to do another kind of a story idea where, when we were trying to hunt down the Dragon Balls and we had Dratini help me out doing the cool camera recordings where Dratini and I shared the screen together just by using the in-game Pokemon Go Buddy camera. I want to do more stuff like that, but I would want to make it more of a not like a feature-length movie, but more story to it, like not just a quick little snippet here and there. But that would require, like, you know, first of all, a cool story idea, and spend some time writing it down. Essentially, what I would really like to do, again, I've mentioned before, I'm a huge fan of Markiplier on YouTube, and if you don't know who Markiplier is, I don't know why you're on my channel, simply because, not to, like, sound rude, but if you've heard of me and not heard of Markiplier, I would find that incredibly surprising. Because Markiplier's huge. Anyway, except he's a really short guy from what I've heard, but he has done some really cool story-based things. If you have not seen a heist with Markiplier, look that up. It's crazy cool idea. A choose-your-own-adventure in video form. That was awesome. So, I would like to do something like that, but incorporate Pokemon Go, so that, you know, I can have Pokemon with me in the videos, and that would be really fun to do. So, a couple ideas I have for the future of the channel. Whether or not they actually get accomplished, if I have the time to do it, and the, what would you say, I guess collaboration with other people, you know, again, remains to be seen. Because something I don't even really do at all in Pokemon Go, in general, is when you're doing your Go Snapshot, you can do a group photo session with 3 Pokemon total of 3 different players. And I've only ever done that once as a sort of a test with one of my classmates back when I was taking my 3D animation course. And I had my Squirtle, Shelbert, and her shiny Arbok was the other Pokemon. So it would be neat if I could make it all work. Oh, we got a Horde battle? Or no? Okay, something just this game's slowing down. I thought, what? But if I came up with a cool idea for this kind of a video series idea story thing, which would be a premiere, you know, if I could make it long enough, then having multiple Pokemon in the same scene would make a lot more total sense. So, a couple cool ideas. I'm hoping that some of this can come through in the future here on the channel. So currently, I'm still looking for that one particular Pokemon we want to add to our team. I will drop a hint and say we have technically already seen it. Sort of. Will this be the one that we needs to get? No. We've seen plenty of Absol. That's not what we want to grab right now. We're looking for something for aerial battles. Sky battles, if you will. I remember when I first played through this game originally, I was like, I'm missing out on quite a bit. Because my thought was, too, like, they might have assumed that early in the game you were going to get a Fletchling, because that is your Route 1 bird of the region. They probably, oh, hello, Wild Zangoose, you can't fly. So we're going to say no. But what's really cool with Zangoose, I don't know if Seviper show up on this route. It might be a X and Y counterpart thing. But you can find a horde of Zangoose, and there will be a Seviper in them sometimes. Or I think vice versa can happen as well. But what's weird with that, if you have read the Pokedexes for those two, you know that they are like rivals to each other. They're counterparts. They fight each other in the horde battle. And that's pretty crazy, pretty wild. Like, you can just sit back, just use your berries or something, and let those Pokemon knock themselves out. Of course, if there's like one Seviper and it gets knocked out, then all the Zangoose then come after you. But still, it's pretty cool to see the wild Pokemon battling each other. That kind of makes me think of another story that I can still yammer on about as we continue hunting for this Pokemon. This is like story time with Professor Chaz. I'm kind of having fun. There was one time, like, what I really like about the more games get advanced, the more technology grows and stuff, different things, different unexpected things can happen. There was a time I was playing through Metroid Prime on GameCube where a completely unexpected thing occurred. Look, there's a tree back there. We don't have Air Cutter. We need to get Air Cutter on our Pikachu somehow, of all things. So, there's a part in Metroid Prime, and if you don't know what that game is, it's essentially, think of it like the movie Aliens, where you're the hero going through, and there's these alien jellyfish creatures called Metroids that latch onto things, drain their energy, basically absorb the life out of them, sort of, you know, kind of thing. So at this point of the game, it's a first-person shooter adventure kind of game. I was in a section where the Metroids were being bred, held in containment behind stasis fields, and one of the things you have to do is you have to scan a console, which takes the force field down. There's 2 Metroids in that chamber, and there's 2 of the villains, the space pirates, are standing outside the chamber. So immediately, like, I could see the space pirates down below through the metal grating of the floor. It was, I don't know what you call the metal, but it was like a catwalk kind of thing with you can see through, you know, the holes in the metal. So I'm up there. Any shinies? I don't see any shinies. Hordawingle. If I had discharge, this would be such easy experience. We'll just walk away. So I drop the force field. The 2 Metroids fly out of that stasis chamber area, and I'm just sitting back watching the festivities, looking down through the floor. There was like a platform I was on, stairs leading to a lower walkway, leading to more stairs to the ground. So you could see through the hole. One of the Metroids grabbed onto one of the pirates. The pirate turned red, because that's how the game indicates damage. So the model of the pirate turned red, and I was like, well, there goes one of them. But as I'm watching this unfold, I could see on the platform between the 2 staircases, the other pirate was running up the platform towards me. And I'm like, oh, he's coming up, is he? So I stepped away, I got to the top of the stairs, aimed my arm cannon at the top of the stairs, waiting for the pirate. So he shows up, but then he looks down the stairs. He's not even looking at me, and I'm holding my shot. I'm like, what's he doing? And that's when I noticed the other Metroid had chased him up the stairs. And I'm like, oh, he's going to get you here, is he? Okay, so I'm still sitting back. The Metroid rears back, does its little screech. It's going to fly in. And as it flies in at the space pirate, the pirate jumps over him, flips in midair, and lands behind him on the platform. So I'm like, I didn't know they could do that. And I was so hyped up watching this happen. Like, this pirate's actually fighting this Metroid. 2 AI-controlled, you know, NPC characters, basically, interacting in that level of complexity. And I thought, that is so cool. And then the other Metroid came up behind that pirate, having eaten the first one, and grabbed onto him. And I actually got enraged. I was like, no! So I start shooting the Metroids, freezing them, you know, blowing them up. But the space pirate had been defeated, because as soon as that Metroid grabbed him, he was done. So, but like, just the fact that that could happen, I'd like to think, if that still had played out any longer, like if I destroyed the Metroids and saved him, I'd like to think that the game would have just ended that there and have the pirate like not be hostile at that point. I know, basically, there's a limitation on how AI can work, so the space pirate probably would have then immediately turned on me and had to have been destroyed, but I just like the thought of what could have happened if we allowed that pirate to survive. Like, it would have been cool if somehow it just decided to like not even interact with me in a hostile way. If it was just doing its idle animation of walking around, that would have been cool to see. Maybe someday we'll have that kind of advanced AI. So what got me on that topic? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Can I circle this back around to stay on topic of what I was originally saying? Probably not. You know what's really interesting about what's happening right here for the past, like, what, 10, 15 minutes? We haven't seen the Pokemon I want to get. Now, again, technically, I'm probably spoiling the answer here. I have seen it 2 times, kind of. But not enough times to find the one that we really want to get. Essentially, I'm looking for a specific gender of the Pokemon in question. And if this has to be a full episode of looking for it, I'm okay with that. We've done that already with Pikachu. We almost did that with our Badoo. I like that one too. If you missed that, I was sitting there saying, okay, we've been hunting long enough. You know, I'll be back in a moment with the actual encounter. And not even saying a thing, I continued onward. The very next encounter was the Pokemon. I'm like, told ya. That was cool. I like how timing just works out like that. But another Horde battle. We were talking about different interactions, I think. That's what I was talking about. There we go. So we see the Horde of Zangoose. We're actually just going to... Does this hit everybody? No. So I'm just going to do this. I want to watch this happen. Oh, one of them has a Quick Claw. I could steal that. No, I can't. I don't have Thief. But, look, they're attacking the Zangoose. Play nice, guys. Don't be mean. Zangoose is your friend. I know you hate each other, but you... Okay. You gotta stop whatever, like, I guess Leer technically only hits the targets. Okay, so they're starting to leer us. I think I'm gonna have to walk away from this, but don't let your preconceived notions of who your enemy supposedly should be, you know, make your decision for you. Look, it's actually wrapping the one I play nice. Okay, you know what? You guys, you're just, I can't condone this. I can't get behind what you're doing here. You should be working together to attack me. You just go about your business then, you know? If you're gonna be like that, I'm not going to promote that on my channel. I'm sorry, I can't do it. It's not happening. We're supposed to work together, and you're wild Pokemon. Is there a spot you can find Heatmore and or Durant, and maybe one of them shows up in the raid? I do know... Oh, not raid. What is this, Pokemon Go? Anyway, I know there's another spot where another group like that does fight. I think, does it have to do with Gligar? I don't remember. It's way further in the game, where again, rival species do show up against each other and they just fight one another. I seem to remember it being Gligar, but I might be mistaken. I do know there's a spot later you can get Gligar I keep saying raids! Gligar horde battles. What if they somehow brought horde battles to Pokemon Go? Or maybe not even just battles, but like, you know, somehow like a horde of Pokemon shows up. I guess that would probably be considered, you know, Spotlight Hour or something like that, or Community Day. That's kind of like a horde encounter, isn't it? Just a non-stop horde encounter for like encounter for 6 hours on Community Days. I wonder if they'll ever send us back to the 3-hour days for that. I hope they don't, because I mean the 6 hours gives so much more time for people to all over the place to join in. And remember, did they ever do it that it was the same time everywhere in the world, or was it always based on time zones? Because that's how long it's been since before the pandemic, basically, when the rules were different back then. Alright, come on now. What I might do, if I hit a certain time on the clock, I'll probably take a pause and then come back when we find the one we're looking for. Because I don't want to have this entire episode of rambles and nothing really game content-wise to put out there. And this is how a lot of these encounters and hunts are going to go. We're just looking for one thing. I'm going to give this, let's say, 3 more encounters. If we don't see it by then, I will have to just cut, come back, get the Pokemon, and we'll end off the episode. So, let's go for 3 more. You have 3 more chances to show yourself particular Pokemon I'm looking for if you want to get encountered with Dignity. That ain't Dignity. I mean, it could be, but not the one that we're looking for as far as Dignity is concerned. We could have probably hit level 50 by now by knocking all these things out, you think? No? No, I don't think so either. Somewhere around there, maybe, though. If I start using Mr. Bonding's O powers. That actually makes a good question that you folks can let me know in the comments down below. Since we do have, I think, the experience point bonus O power from Mr. Bonding, when it comes time for grinding montages, should I use the O power for experience points just to speed up the grinding? Because the idea behind a grinding montage is that you folks get to watch me as I gain every level that I gain, in the sense that if I'm training and I do happen to lose a Pokemon during that, I have to show you the footage, so I can't simply lie and say that I didn't lose that Pokemon, that you actually get to see it happen. Now, if I was to use the O powers for experience points, that would cut down on the number of battles that I need to do, because I'll be gaining, like, say, twice the number of points that I would normally from a battle. So if instead of doing 10 battles to level up, I'd be doing 5. Now that, of course, cuts down on 5 battles where I might lose a Pokemon. So that would kind of eliminate a bit of that challenge. What do you think about me using the O power for that? Because the odds are slim that I will lose anyone anyway, but as we get further in the game, you know, self-destruct could be a thing. Who knows? There could be a way to lose a Pokemon in a single battle, so not using the O powers increases the challenge of that, you know? Let me know what you think about that. Alright, our final Pokemon that we see today is a female Bagon. I'm going to leave because it's a male Bagon that we're looking for. That's 3 females. So tell you what, we're going to pause for now. I'll come back as soon as we find it. If somehow I lose a Pokemon during this, which I'm not because I'm running from everything, I'll show you that. Otherwise, let's find that male Bagon and end this episode. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Only a few more encounters later, and we do find the Bagon in question. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, Professor... Well, first of all, don't say Professor to yourself. I don't think you've been certified on Pokemon.com yet. You might have been, but if you haven't, you might want to say to me, Professor, that's not a flying-type Pokemon. Why are you going for Bagon if you want to take care of Sky Battles? I'll tell you why. Oh, Rocky Helmet could really be useful here. I'll tell you why, though. Because... eventually, what does a Bagon evolve into? That's right, a Salamence. That is why I want to get a Salamence for the flying battles, the Sky Battles, but not something that's going to be weak to electric. Now, see, a dragon type is resistant, flying is weak, so therefore at least electric will be neutral. So that's what I'm going with. I'm also going to leave Blitz in as I itch my nose, because the Rocky Helmet will slowly, gradually whittle away at this Bagon's HP. All I gotta do is make sure to keep my Blitz nice and healed up, and when I need to, I can switch out. Completely wasn't even thinking of the Rocky Helmet when this started. Now I'm glad I had it on there. I was, ahead of my game back, a few episodes back, but now I know what I'm doing. Alright, you're in the yellow. It's now time to switcheroo out. I almost hit run. Pokemon. Let's go into... Well, okay, we can't poison it with Poison Point, which is good. I don't want to poison it. I think probably Springer might be our best bet to just take some hits. And, I could have gone to Slippin, because didn't we find out Slippin has the best defense? Which I never would have thought. An unevolved Piplup has better defense than a, mid-stage Frogadier. That's crazy. Alright, let's go for a Pokeball. We got 19. Do you think... How many Pokeballs do you think we're going to take to catch this thing? That's one. Good guess. One Pokeball. Alright, now, we're already at time. We'll do a recap afterwards. I gotta actually read the Pokedex. Don't let me forget. Monday, I have to read the Pokedex for Roselia as well. We have Bagon, the Rockhead Pokemon. Its well-developed neck muscles and iron-like head can smash boulders into pieces. So, do I want to nickname this? Yes, we do indeed. If you have recently followed me on social media, such as Instagram and or Twitter, you would be well aware that we recently have become best buddies with a particular Salamence named Scales. Kind of nicknamed after the main antagonist of the Star Fox Adventure series, which was a single game, but let's pretend it's a series, where General Scales was the Sharpclaw, I think? I forget. Whatever species his race was, General Scales was the leader. Alright, so now with that, we're at time, we're going to save it. We'll come back on Monday with a full team recap, as we have added someone new to the team. Finally. It's been a while. We now have a team of 5, and how close are we to the next team member? I think level 30-ish? Getting closer, getting closer. Not all the way there, but we're getting closer. Alright, but with that, we are now done for today's episode. Thank you folks for watching our Adventures in Pokemon X today. If you enjoyed it, of course, feel free to click the like button down below. You can also subscribe if you want some more Pokemon content from Professor Chaz. You can just click the subscribe button, then the bell notification button to get updates when new video streams and community tab posts are coming your way. You can also click the join button below to see what perks are available if you would like to help sponsor our channel and support my adventures throughout the world of Pokemon and see what the 2 tiers are set up as far as perks and rewards go. You can also feel free to share this video or the playlist that's linked in the description with friends of yours through social media who might like to check out some Pokemon adventures. Alright, but with that, it is now time to roll for the weekend. Thank you folks again for watching today's video. Professor Chaz is now signing off, and I'll catch you next time.